Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV. We're all excited for the beginning of the season. Obviously West Ham go to their big rivals Chelsea on Monday night, live on Sky. And I'm sitting here now with, you might remember this guy, I mean, he had a viral video last year. Can we see a clip of that? Let's put a clip of that in here.
Yeah. In the 75th minute, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed. If you're here to watch Chelsea, you stay and you fucking watch Chelsea. You're not a plastic fan. If you want to do that, you can f off the city, you stupid.
So that was him last season, right?
Right.
So let's talk about a bit like last season. What drove you to that, Lou? What drove you to get that upset and that frustrated? Because you were telling people to fuck off, piss off out of my club, do this, do that. What's changed this year? Not a lot.
Wasn't expecting that, but yeah, no, I mean, last season was, in my eyes, it was a shambles. It was a catastrophe. There is no point even going around saying there are positives to draw out of it, because the only positive to draw out of it doesn't even have anything to do with our club, apart from the fact that Eden Hazard scored the goal to stop Spurs having any chance of winning the league. But that doesn't really count. Yeah, that doesn't really count. But that's what I mean. I mean, it was a shambles. People weren't turning up. That was, I don't know, just that was a build-up of like a week's worth of anger. It wasn't just the football. It was.
Well, I remember the context of it, mate. It was Southampton.
Yeah. 3-1.
Mane had just absolutely destroyed you.
Yep. Willian scored a belt of a free kick.
Yeah.
Went 1-0 up.
Yeah. And then they came back flying. And you know, it's not nice when it goes like that. Obviously, it drove you to that sort of thing. But what do you expect from Chelsea this year? What do you expect from them? What's going to change? I mean, the change. Let's be fair, right? A little bit candid, right? Yeah. At that time, you've got what is people perceive as the best manager in the world.
Oh yeah.
And that was going to shit. Yeah. To be honest, he was taking you down.
He wasn't taking us down.
He was getting very close, wasn't he?
He was getting very, very close, but we wouldn't have gone down. We're not. I
don't believe you'd have gone down, but yeah, he was taking you in that direction. He wasn't going. He wasn't going anywhere forward.
Well, I think last season it was a case of it wasn't just him. Everyone has to share the blame. You can't just say it was Mourinho or it was this person.
Oh, I fucking blame him fully.
Yeah,
me personally, yeah. Like, to be fair, to be candid, he was. I mean, it all stemmed from the doctor, didn't it?
Yeah, it was an amalgamation.
You treat people like shit, like, and at the end of the day, this is how I feel, right? This is how I feel about Mourinho. I spoke to Eunice about this last year. When you put a game of football and your own reputation in front of one of your best players' health, you don't know what the fuck was wrong with him. Unless he's gone and got a PhD and a doctorate at university, he ain't got a fucking clue what's wrong with him. He could be broken in half, for all he knows. And he's saying, no, fuck him. Make sure you score before the doctor comes on. When you do that, you're obviously running the risk of upsetting people, and he obviously did.
Yeah, well, he did upset people. I mean, there's two ways of looking at it. I mean, I'm looking at it with you. I think he made the wrong decision there. I think he should have just let him get on with it. But in the heat of the moment, because I was in the same boat as him, because Eden Hazard had been falling all over the place that game, been going everywhere. And I mean, there's falling over, winning fouls, and doing something constructive. He was just, we were going somewhere, and he went down. He got up, came on 2 minutes later, completely fine.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why I was annoyed with the scenario. I think he handled it wrong. I'd agree with you there. I think definitely the way he handled it afterwards was wrong. But now that's something for Manchester United fans to worry about. And
yeah, that's correct.
Not us. But I mean, you know, last season was shambles. That was the stem. I think I agree with that. I think we had a bad pre-season as well. There was a gap where we went on the post-season tour of Australia. He gave them an extra week off. Players almost took advantage of that. Took too much advantage. Diego Costa and other players all came back just completely overweight, almost ballooned, and they just didn't seem bothered. None of them seemed bothered. Looking back from day one, none of them seemed to care. I mean, when the first goal went in against Swansea, you were there going, right, season's off again, that's brilliant. And then just from there, it was a slippery slope. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what Antonio Conte can do.
Let's talk about Conte. What is Conte going to bring? Is he going to get off the ground running? What can we expect as West Ham fans to turn up to? Is he going to have these players motivated? Are they a different system and they don't know what they're doing? You said yourself the pre-season ain't gone that great. you know, what can we turn up to there? What we looking at?
Well, I think with our pre-season it was expected results, but from what I've read about him, from what I've seen in Italian football, with Juventus, he obviously adopted that 3 at the back system. He hasn't yet adopted that at Chelsea, but I think it's a process. He started off with 4-2-4 at Juventus. He developed it.
4-2-4.
Yeah. He had the wingers working their socks off. His motto is "Eat grass." And the players, I think the players called him, but the press and people called him Il Maletto, which is the hammer.
Donkeys do eat grass.
Yeah, donkeys do. Yeah, whatever, Nicky. But you know, it's he wants his players to work hard. That's how Conte does it. People have said he's almost another Mourinho in terms of motivation. And I mean, from what for me, I don't know about you. You know how people say standing on the touchline yelling isn't everything. It's not, but I'm a man who likes the little things. And it's stuff like that from what we saw at the Euros when he was on the touchline, motivating his players, probably maybe even telling them to eat grass. From what he says, he constantly saying like, vai, which means like, go, move. And they'd be constantly moving. He says he wants his players to fight. He's got a lot of passion. He's a Mr. Motivator. He is the... You know, I think it's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Because that would be a different Chelsea than I saw last season. Because the 2 games we played against you, he was dog shit, to be quite honest. And,
I agree.
Yeah. So, anyway, brilliant. We'll be back again tomorrow for another video. I'll be asking this man. What will I be asking you?
Could you have wished for a worse game to start?
I'll be asking this man. Could he have wished for a worse game to start the season? Obviously, with the Premier League world beaters, as people put it last year, but new season, fresh stuff. Don't forget to go over to Louis' channel. I've done a few videos over there. Go and subscribe to them if you want to have a giggle about last season. Go and check out all the videos from last season. It's the funniest thing I've seen on YouTube, to be fair. Yeah, so go over there. Don't forget to subscribe to West Ham Fan TV. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that nonsense. And one thing left to say, come on you Irons.
Don't come on you Irons.